Hello people, hello friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another inZOI speed builds. How you all doing today? Alright, so far we've explored what the build demo of inZOI had to offer and what you could do with the starter budget for a starter home in-game, but now it's time for us to test out the apartments, because yes, inZOI's base game actually includes apartments. So at Bliss Bay, there are two main, let's call it categories of apartments. The luxury one with beach view, super spacious, very fancy, and the starter apartment, much smaller and farther from the beach, tucked away in the very end of the map, all the way to the right. Today we are testing, you guessed it, a starter apartment on a starter budget, so let's see what we could get out of it. So the base layout gave us a kitchen, a bathroom, a dining area, a bedroom with a double bed and a single bed for some reason, and a second bedroom slash office-ish, which is not bad as a starter spot, but honestly the space management and the decor feels a little... Is it offensive if I say sad? Because it kind of felt like that kind of apartment where you move in but you haven't settled yet and you haven't renovated yet, so everything needs to be changed. That's the feeling I got when I first moved in. And fun fact actually, when I moved my Zoe from the starter home I built into this apartment, she kept storming off the house. Like I couldn't get into build mode because she would run off every single second and find a way to just stay out of the place. So I guess she didn't really vibe with the decor that much either. Anyway, let's start from the top. At the beginning of the video, you saw me slowly remove all the furniture and redo the floor plan, not by bulldozing, but just manually. And you may ask why. That's because using the bulldoze tool keep deleting the balcony railing and the game wouldn't let me put it back. And even after restarting the game, the bug was still stuck, so I ended up removing it manually and then rearranged the floor plan slowly. The plan for this apartment is an open concept kitchen, dining and living area with a balcony access, a spacious modern bedroom, a bathroom, a laundry nook, and an open space office. I imagine creating this house for a Zoe content creator who loves modern furniture and her favorite color is blue, so you'll see there are blue accents all over the place. So I'm starting building and straight up, big downside. You cannot change any windows, you cannot change the front door, and the balcony sliding door. I mean, you can customize them, you know, in materials and color, but you cannot swap it for a different model or change their position. For example, in the kitchen, I really wanted to use those two square small windows, but nope, not an option here. Also, what's up with the balcony floor, you guys? It's untouchable. I mean, you can customize wall inside and outside the balcony area, but the floor, not a chance. Maybe this is a bug, maybe not, we'll see. Same with the railing. You can customize colors and materials, but not change the type of railing. Finger crossed they fix it, at least, you know, the glitch from the floor, so we can make balcony feel more cohesive with the rest of the apartment. Okay, back to the kitchen. You guys, I fell in love with this double deep cabinet. They're just mwah. I created this kitchen with a lot of dimension, with the top cabinet being way deeper than the bottom cabinet, which feels so realistic, so modern, so expensive. I love it. I created this kitchen area as spacious as possible while still keeping it simple, just few items, just few clutters here and there. And I gotta say, I love the fact that on customizing the cabinet, we can move the countertop patterns around to make them match perfectly and kind of create the illusion that it is a all unique piece. You know, you give me a chance to perfectly align stuff and I am the happiest girl alive. Anyway, as you can see, for the dining space, we opted for a marble round table. I wasn't really sure which chair to use though, and I went in the end for the black one to not make everything too matchy and kind of break a little bit the wooden accent, because I mean, we would have wooden chair, wooden cabinet, wooden floor. It would be way too much. Okay, so here's a super cool trick I discovered while messing around with edit appearance. Remember how I complained about not being able to resize objects? Here's the solution, you guys. Grab an item, any item, go to Edit Appearance, swap it with the 3D printed object that you already have in your library, then hit Ctrl+Z. You'll notice that the resizing panel will stay active. So boom, you can now scale object freely, which is what I did with the vase I had before on top of this table. I really hope that this is a feature and not a bug, and in case this is a bug, devs, look away. Don't fix it, just leave it as it is, okay? We love it this way. Right, guys? Anyway, who did notice or try this already? Drop a comment below and let us know. Now, for the living room, I kept it as airy and modern as possible by adding a minimalistic fireplace, a comfy sofa, and a TV. At first, I wanted to compact the space by creating a new room attached to the wall in common with the bedroom. You know, maybe transform this area into a walk-in closet accessible from the bedroom. But I figured that open space would work better for gameplay, so if you invite anyone over, you'll have enough space for your guests and still you will have potentially a fluid gameplay. You will not see any inZOI stuck on top of each other or stuck in between furniture to try to get around the apartment. Anyway, to complete the room, I added a coffee table, an accent wall just behind the fireplace, a buffer for music, and a couple of puffs for extra seating space. Being so big, it kind of felt a little empty, so I went in with a big rug and painted just under the AC, and the room was completed. So now the living area is finished, so let's move to the office area. About the office, I left it open too, because I mean, no one wants a cramped, windowless workplace. It would be so sad, you guys. So I used ALT+ to set down a few columns and divide the living area from the work zone without blocking too much light. I wish we could customize column like the 3D printed object, like you can make them skinnier and kind of create more movement, because if I added more column, it would look way too busy. But with just few column, a little shrink, like a little skinnier, that would look so much better. Anyway, not having space for a library, I wanted to use those pre-decorated floating shelf to kind of resemble one on the wall, but as you know, it is not possible to place clutter items on it, so I kind of DIY'd my own using wooden shelf and placing them on top of each other. I printed out those fancy YouTube Creator Awards, a silver one and a golden one, and a pair of wooden headphones holder. Thank you 3D printer for this. This feature is so revolutionary, I cannot get enough of it. To complete it, I added some books, a couple of plants, and a calendar. I then added two paintings to resemble those soundproof panels that creators usually have behind their computer. I added an eccentric yet modern wallpaper, and we're done. The area is completed. In the end, we have our clean, modern, and oh gosh, I really need this setup in real life. Like, I have my desk in the middle of the dining room in my house, so this setup looked dreamy to me. As you can see here, I'm working on creating a cozy and functional entryway. Nothing too fancy, just something that feels welcoming and practical. I've added a small console table that's perfect for dropping keys, mail, or even a small decorative piece. There is a modern mirror above it to reflect light and make the space feel a bit larger. and on the left I placed down a simple shoe rack to keep everything neat and organized as you come in. It's all about making this space feeling stylish and useful. Okay, last but not least is the bedroom area. The bedroom got a warmer twist. It's still blue and wood tones, but with a deeper, warmer accent wall. I picture this modern bedroom with nightstands stretching wall to wall. You know those bedrooms that look like they just came out of a Pinterest post? That kind of bedroom. So to recreate it in-game, I merged two nightstands to create a seamless look. With the bed in the middle, it kind of looked like a unique piece of furniture. I added some clutter and a nightstand light to complete the look. I then merged two rugs to fake a bigger one, which is a little hack that I usually use when I don't have one of the rugs available of the big that I need, of the dimension that I need. I added a fireplace, a TV, a mirror, a closet, everything you might need in a bedroom. Final touch will be the bench in front of the bed for that extra luxury feel. I don't know why, but fireplace and benches in bedrooms, they kind of give me that rich people house kind of vibe. Don't you agree? Okie dokie, you guys, we're almost at the end of the video. Screenshots should be shortly rolling. What do you think about this apartment? Would you play in it as a starter apartment? Do you think I had to do something different, maybe keeping the second bedroom? Please let me know in the comment section down below. How do you feel about inZOI apartment overall? Because I haven't had the chance to use the gameplay yet, so if you did, please let me know in the comment section down below. You know, I'd love to get your feedback. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a fellow player and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Let me know if you tried the resizing trick. I'm very curious to see what you're gonna do, guys. If you'd like to download this apartment, I will leave the link in the description. And with that being said, I guess this is all for today. I'll see you all in the next video. Love you. Bye. Any fear. I've been flying from town to town.